Your vibe is a gift. It isn't meant for everyone.
People often ask why I named my show Spaghetti with the Spoon. No special or deep reason. I was just eating spaghetti one day. Didn't have a fork in my dorm. I wasn't gonna go find one. I was hungry, so I got the spoon and went to town. Hey you guys, I'm Larissa Chillous and I'm bringing you my show Spaghetti with the Spoon, where basically we just discuss things about life, just like the spoon and the spaghetti. You have to make it work some way. Hey guys, welcome back to Spaghetti with the Spoon, and I actually had another topic planned for this podcast, but I'm actually in the car right now on lunch break, and this just came to me. My bestie, we had a brief conversation about, like insecurities and, some concerns she was having, and it really sparked, my interest for making this episode, because I really want people to learn that, their insecurities or some things that they're insecure about, it doesn't have to break them. So these are 19 things to remember when you're feeling insecure. Number 1, being yourself can literally pay off. I mentioned this in a few previous podcasts, but we're in a society where people go online, showcase, what they're insecure about, and they get paid for it. They make it into a living. And, who's against that? Making a living off something that you thought you were insecure about and people actually supported you and accepted you for it. Like, guys, it's okay. Number 2, there's always someone that will love you for just the way you are. So, as I was just saying, there will always be someone that loves what you're insecure about, if it's not negative or as negative as you think it is. Number 3, everyone has insecurities. Nobody's perfect. So whenever, you feel like, you're the only one in the world that's feeling that way, there were many people before you that felt the same about whatever you were feeling insecure about. So, just know that no one's perfect. No one has it all together. It's okay. Number 4, your imperfections are what makes you an individual. You're not supposed to be the same as everyone. If you had every blemish, every acne mark, everything smooth, like, there would be no freckles. There would be no individuality, no birthmarks. If everyone was just looking the same, like, that's what makes us different. That's what makes this world so interesting and so creative. Number 5, no one is going to live your life for you. So be happy for yourself, or no one, oh gosh, I was going to say no one ever will, but you never will. And honestly, I could go out on a limb and say, no one will enjoy being around someone that's always insecure. And I'm actually going to get into that later in this episode, so just stay tuned. But understand that you're going to be the only one that live your life. So if you're all in your head about, what's wrong with you, you're never going to be happy. Number 6, is someone paying you to be exactly the same? And even if they were, would it be worth it? So let me rephrase that. Imagine if someone was paying you to be perfect. Everything that you wanted to be perfect, it was perfect. Would you want it that way? Would you really appreciate your progress? Just think about that. Number 7, no relationship will work for you if you're insecure. All right, here it goes, guys. Like I was saying, no relationship. So, for if you want like a boyfriend or a girlfriend or even a friendship, it's not going to work if you're insecure. You're going to continuously find yourself accusing that person just because you're insecure. You're going to find yourself being a little jealous-hearted sometimes towards the person that's supposed to be your friend, your significant other. Is damaging to both you and the people that are in contact with you. Number 8, Insecurities can make you a poisonous, jealous person. Oh, see, look. And it really can make you a jealous person. Like, imagine you have things wrong with you and you're just ruining the vibe because everybody's just like, she's not happy with herself. No one wants to be around someone that's always sad. And those things that you're complaining about, people probably love about you. People are probably here to support you, and you're so in your head. Number 9, if you're insecure, you're comparing yourself too much to others. Be honest. Now, and I will also get into this later, but there are some things that you probably didn't even notice was bad about yourself, or you probably didn't feel any kind of way until you seen someone bring it up to you, until you maybe seen someone else with something different or a way that you want it. And most of the time, if you're insecure about something all of a sudden like that, it's because you probably seen something on social media, or you saw something that was different or that you want, and now all of a sudden what you have is wrong. So just make sure whatever you're insecure about, is it really because you feel that way about it, or is it because something or someone influenced you to feel that way? Number 10, you're blocking your blessing trying to change to change something that someone will love one day. So you can naturally be happy rather than forcing the fake. Does that make sense? You can't be naturally happy, if you're too busy trying to cover up or change something that doesn't need to be changed. Number 11, you will find yourself buying things to mask your beauty rather than enhance it. So I guess this would be going, a little more towards makeup perhaps. Instead of buying too much makeup, why not buy skin products to improve your skin quality? Instead of buying plastic surgery, why not work out? And that is a very controversial topic that I may do an entire podcast on one day. There's nothing wrong with plastic surgery, but sometimes the root or the reason why people get it could be very dangerous for their mental health. Whew. That's going to be one interesting topic. Number 12, being insecure leads to low self-esteem, which leads to other problems, anxiety, depression, etc. And we don't want that. Number 13, surround yourself with people that doesn't make you feel insecure. So is it your abusive boyfriend or girlfriend? Are they mentally abusing you? Or is it your friends? Maybe your friends have a little more money than you, and all of a sudden you feel insecure about your financial situation instead of waiting on your blessing. So, Number 13, surround yourself. Oh, excuse me. I said that one already. Guys, I have to keep a list so I don't talk too much. Number 14, use your insecurity. This is going to sound crazy, but hey, it works. Use your insecurity as motivation to create a better you, whether it's changing for the better or accepting your insecurity for what it is. Either way, enjoy the journey. And I'm just going to let that sink, because some people, they don't even get a chance to enjoy their growth and their progress because they're so wrapped up in staying stagnant with the insecurity, or they want it quick. But either way it goes, you have to reward yourself. Number 15, avoid triggers until you're in a stronger place. So as I mentioned before, social media, looking at some influencers that pushes things, okay, good example actually. I remember a conversation about hip dips came up. And if you don't know what a hip dip is, it's kind of like, a dip in your hip. And I remember people were degrading it, and there were other people enjoying it. And I remember thinking, when did it matter? Why does it matter? That's just finding something new to be insecure about that someone will love or probably don't even notice. I'm just being honest. So just avoid triggers until you all are in a stronger place. Number 16, fall in love with yourself by practicing self-care, whether it's physically or mentally. So listening to music, taking care of yourself, learning about your self-worth, and ultimately accepting it. And even, relate to people. Number 17, recognize where your insecurity comes from and solve it accordingly. So this is just like recognizing your triggers. Is it a person? Is it social media? Is it your financial status? Or is it, bad spending habits? What is it that is causing this insecurity to be present? Number 18, reflect on your progress, because it will encourage you to continue to be, less insecure or accepting whatever this insecurity is. And finally, number 19, help others. Sometimes, guys, helping others with their insecurities, when they want to open up to you and talk to you, sometimes when you help other people, it helps you because you realize maybe that thing I was complaining about isn't that bad at all. And maybe I was just finding something to complain about. And I don't want to make it seem like your insecurities is just complaining. But guys, sometimes, like I said before, these are things that people love about us. And then you talk to someone else and you realize, oh, so it's not that bad. It's like there's always someone that have something worse. So, helping others, not only will it build them, but it will build you as well. And guys, we have to be there for each other. We're all we have. Thank you for listening to my podcast today. I know it was a little longer than usual, but this was something that had to be said. So you guys take care of yourself, love yourself, and remember, use your insecurities or view them as your strengths. Like don't let them build you down. Let them be your strengths. And that will confuse the enemy. Bye, guys.